so today I'm going to do a review, kind of overview, tutorial of the Printmaker from We Are Memory Keepers. I previewed this in my last haul video and I wanted to play around with it a little bit because when I first used it I had some little glitches and bugs and I wanted to get to know it a little bit better so I could give a better kind of tutorial review on how to use this. So I got mine from HSN. It was $2.19, and with that it came with, I'll let you see what it came with from HSN. And inside the box you get the Printmaker. This is the Printmaker. You get the charging wire. I usually put this into a battery pack. You can put it into a computer or any kind of charging cube. You get the ink cartridge, which is $39.99 when you go to rebuy the ink cartridges. It's a little pricey. These are wiping. I'll show you these how to like wipe, like if your ink is leaking you can clean the bottom, and you get 10 of those in there. So this is kind of what comes with it. I paid $2.20 at Michael's. It's $1.99, but for my $2.20 I also, so I guess for my extra $20 I got this printing guide, and then I got these ribbon tape, washi tape kind of guides, which I will show you guys how to use. They sell accessories. I picked up some of the accessories. The washi tape, I'll show you guys this. It's not really washi tape. It's like a paper tape. I don't know why they always call these things washi tape. It reminds me of if you ever bought the Jane Davenport washi tape that was like you could kind of decorate your own. It's just paper. It's paper. I'll show you. They also sell different ribbons. You can definitely use your own ribbon. I didn't have any white ribbon, so I kind of picked it up at Michael's. They sell labels. I picked up a package of labels. They do sell ribbons in a couple different sizes, and they sell a magnetic mat. I have my own magnetic mat, so I didn't buy their mat. I believe it was like $20, $25 at Michael's, and even on Home Shopping. I did buy from Home Shopping, and then I got an extra ink cartridge. I bought these because I didn't know Michael's was selling it. When I bought this, it hadn't been released. It was like a daily special at HSN, and I bought these washies for like, I think this box cost me like at least $20. I believe it was $20, and they're different sizes. This, I believe, was $8, so this is probably a better buy at Michael's. So the reason why you would want a magnetic mat, which they sell, it's a nice white mat. I have a magnetic mat. Mine's a little beat up, but it works, so I figured I'd save myself the money on this because this is magnetized. So if you're going to use this guide, it has magnets and it will stay without moving. So that is the reason why you would want the magnetic mat. Again, I already have this one. It works fine. It's good enough. I'm not going to use the mat just so you can have the white background. I think it'll show up better without the background. Honestly, this machine is pretty awesome. It's a little pricey. I paid $2.20. I remember I was so excited when I got it. I was telling everybody, and I was talking to my cousin, and I was like, oh, I got the coolest machine. And I was like, look it up, look it up. And then she looked and she's like, you paid how much for that machine? But as a crafter and as a teacher, I think I will get a lot of use out of this. It prints on almost anything, and I'll go over some of the things that I printed on and show you guys. Okay, so you're going to download the app. It is the Printmaker app, and it's free. And I don't know if the ones you buy at Michael's come with the subscription, but you get a year free. I believe they do, but you get a year free subscription. It's normally $29.99. And what you would get is all of these. Now, some of these were free to begin with, and some of them were a couple dollars, like $2.99, $3.99. Some of them were free, and you can always create any of your own stuff. Like, you don't need to use these, but these are pretty cool, like templates and stuff. And usually, when you go in one, they'll have clip art that you can use, and then they'll have patterns that you can do, and then they'll have templates, and you can kind of change, well, this one, you can change most of them around. What is one of my, and then you can download. So I haven't downloaded this one yet. They add new stuff, so you just hit download, and then it'll be in your home page. So it's downloaded. Okay, so the other thing when you go in, so you download the app, and you would go in and you would connect your machine. You have to make sure that your machine is pressed on. Here is the on button. Another thing is when you're charging, you have to charge it in there's a lock position. You would charge only in the lock position. So mine is connected. It tells you how charged it is. and then shows you your ink levels and stuff. Does it show me my ink levels? I know there's like diagnostics, and then you can your account and stuff like that. All right, so you make sure it's connected. You can either connect it to like your phone, your iPad. When I watched the HSN demo, she was connecting it to her MacBook, but I haven't found that app like where I can connect it to my MacBook. I tried. There was nothing in the computer part of Apple to download it to. If anybody else who's watching this has done that, please let me know. That'd be great. I'd love to be able to, because she was like typing in a whole like kind of journaling, and then she kind of transferred it over, I'm not sure, and then it printed it out. So that was kind of neat, so that you don't have to type like on the iPad or the phone. The only thing I will say is that if I have it connected here, even though I might have the app on my iPhone, I have to disconnect it from here and then reconnect it onto the iPhone. It's not like seamless where I can just pick up my phone or pick up this. I have to connect it to each one kind of individually. There is a help section with a whole manual with kind of some videos and stuff, and you can go through and look at all of these, which I use when I set it up. It's very helpful. And some troubleshooting, and same thing about restarting your device and reconnecting and stuff like that. And frequently asked questions in the subscription. Okay, so when I first got it, I got a code for the subscription. It didn't work, but then after a couple of days, it did work. Okay, let's do some like tapes, and I'll show you guys how to use these. And if you want to set up a tape, what you're going to do is you're going to go in and print out something that you want to print out on the tape or the ribbon. So for instance, alright, so I like this one, and let's go in and we'll print some, let's do like a pattern, and you can change the templates around and add things to them. Some ones you can and some you can't. So let's pick out something pretty in here that we want to make on the tape. Here you'll get the screen and you'll see what it's like comes up, and then you can do repeatable printing. So you can print these up. So just so you know, you can never print it bigger than what's like in the guide here, what you get for like this whole spot right here. Say it's like 1 inch high. You can't print it taller than that, but you can print it longer than that. We'll do repeatable printing, and we'll go to 3. So you hit send to printer. Now, sometimes it wasn't sending to the printer. You have to make sure that your machine is on, okay, if it doesn't work. And I've noticed that sometimes it wasn't, even though my machine was on, it wasn't always sending to printer. See, it should have done it by now. So I'm going to hit cancel. And if that happens where it doesn't go, I always close out the app and restart it. But maybe because my machine had turned off, because it will turn off after if you don't use it, I'll hit preparing, sending to printer. We'll see if it works this time. If it doesn't, then we'll do the whole turning off. Okay, so sometimes I close out the app, and restart the app. Sometimes that helps. So let us print out something, actually, I'm going to print out something more colorful anyways. Let's print out something a little more colorful. Let's print this out. That's pretty. Send to printer. Hit send to printer. It'll make a chirp. I don't know if you heard it, and then it'll start flashing when it's connected. So that works. That's my go-to. My go-to is to close out the app, and then when you get this screen, you're done. So let me show you how to print. You have 25 millimeter, 10 millimeter, and 15 millimeter. So this is like the 15 millimeter. You're going to put this on here. I have this in lock position because I was charging. So I put this on here. I hit the button. Makes that sound, and hopefully you can see the light. The light is where it's going to start printing. And all you do is once it's green, you just move it across, okay? So here we print. I'll do another one. I'll do repeatable printing. I'm going to print this one 3 times. Send it to the printer. And I'm going to move this. Okay, you hear that chirping noise. I press this green. I kind of hold this down here. And once it's in, you just slide it across. And if you can see, it printed it 3 times. Sometimes you get a little ink spot. Okay. But that's cool, right? So this prints on a lot of things, and I'm going to go over some of the things that it printed, and if possible, like, I'll do another video. I'll show you guys, though, some stuff that I printed. So here we go. And again, they call it washi tape. It's just paper tape. It's like paper tape. I kind of hate when they call it washi, because it's not washi tape. Washi tape, you guys know what washi tape is, it's not. But that's pretty cool. This is some of the stuff I wanted to work out, because sometimes I do get these ink spots, and I'm not sure if it's because of the way I move it, or I'm not moving it fluid enough. It's probably more me than the machine, but they give you that little wipe thing, so you just wipe that off on the wiper. So I just generally will take this, make sure everything's clear on this wiper that they give you. Every time you get an ink cartridge, they give you 10 of these. I've been using the same one. And then when I'm not using the machine, I pop it back in here. Here is some more tape. Again, I know this one had some ink splotches because I did it on a surface that wasn't even or like totally flat. It was kind of bumpy. Here's some more tapes I printed out. Just playing around. You can see this one was kind of cool. And all these were from like the apps that were in there. Again, you can design your own. You can find your own pattern on the internet and do it. Maybe I'll do another video where I'm kind of doing my own thing. Now for the ribbon. The ribbon's pretty cool. It's the same concept. The ribbon comes out really nice too. This ribbon, I believe, was kind of expensive at Michael's. You can use your own ribbon. I just wanted to... It's a pretty big thing of ribbon, so I figured I would just buy theirs. Here's some of the stuff I've already printed out on the ribbon. Just trying it out. We can do another one though. I would suggest getting these pieces if you are going to print on the tape and the ribbon, just because I don't know how easy it would be if I was trying to do it without it. Let's print this back to school. Let's try a pattern. Oh, I like the crayons. That's kind of cool. Hit send to printer. You hear that noise? We will do a repeatable, or actually, I'm going to go back because I wanted to do it repeatable. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit repeatable printer. I'm going to do it 3 times. Send it to printer. Okay. So it's sending it to printer. Once it makes that noise, I'm going to put my ribbon back here, and I'm going to take it out. Wait until it turns green. And you see, I hope the light's kind of showing where it's showing you the light, and then I am just going to slide it across. Look at that. That is so cool. I don't know. I think it's really cool. It's definitely worth the money. Do you need it? No, but I think I'm going to find a lot of uses for it. Okay, so that's ribbon. There's the ribbon and the tape. And the ribbon always comes out really. Okay, so if you can see, that came out. The ribbon comes out really nice. I love the way the ribbon comes out. The other thing, just to show you that it does print on a lot of things, and one of the things they kept demoing were like t-shirts and baby onesies. So I pulled out just a piece of muslin, and as you can see, I printed out on some fabric. And this I would use the guide for, just so you get it straight. And it prints on fabric. Now, if you were going to print it on clothing, I mean, you can make clothing with this. It's kind of neat. What you would need to do is you would need to put like a fabric fixative. I know when I've used like paint and I wanted to go on fabric to make it washable, I put that gack, like golden gack. I don't know if it's the same thing that you would put here, but any kind of fabric fixative that you would maybe spray on. I know I have some other ones that you can get, like probably in the sewing section at the craft store. So let us find something to print on here. Let us go back in and find some sort of a template. So I'm going to download this one. This was Live Happy Life. Let's do something I was looking at. They had some fun templates. And in the templates, you can change them around. When you download like a template, like see here too, from like if you wanted to make a tag, you can go in and you could take this and see this text box. You could move this around. You would hit text and you could go in and you could change the template to something, the tag. So in the templates, that's what they are. They're templates. You can change them around. I'm not going to save that one. what design? Let's just pick this design. I'm going to put this on the fabric. I'm going to repeat it maybe twice. I'm going to send to printer. And okay, so I'm going to put this guide down. Pick this up. You can see the light shining. That's where it's going to start. See the light? That means it's starting right there. Okay, so it prints on fabric nicely. If you can see all the ones that I've done, it does print on fabric pretty nicely. Another thing that I wanted to do with this, or I'll show you, is that it prints. So here are some of, let me just show you guys. Some of the paper ones that I was just playing around with. Just like I was taking and trying to create different things. I was able to take a picture and print this out of my dog. I'll show you guys how to do that too. Here they have planner stuff, they have different things, so this is all like different stuff. Like this was a template that I was customizing, some more stuff that they can have. And then I made this address label, which I'll show you guys how I made the address label. The other thing, I like vellum a lot. So here is how it prints on vellum. It does a really nice job on vellum. So in here, they do have some word ones. If you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, there's several word ones. And when you go in for the word ones, you cannot change these word ones. You can add to it with your own text, but you can't actually manipulate these word ones. So you can see I've already done some of those, but let's do this one. So when you go here, hit send to printer. It's green. Once it's green, I just go like this. And as you can see, here we go. It printed up pretty nice. The things about working with vellum, when you're stamping with ink on vellum, sometimes it smudges and it takes a long time to dry. This dries like instantly. So I don't have to worry anymore about when I'm working on vellum and trying to stamp on vellum how it will smudge. And you can save files. So I'm going to show you how that you can save files on here. So let's make up an envelope. So I'm going to go to just custom, because you can just create your own design. So I'm going to go into custom. I'm going to hit tools. I'm going to hit font, text. Okay, so then I would go into, click on this, and I want to change the font. I don't really like that font. Sometimes I've worked on here and the fonts don't come up. This time it did. Again, I just go out of the app and go back in. I'm going to do a kind of cursive font, and then once you're in here, you can kind of move this around. It's a little, so I want to move this around. I want to bring it to the top. I want to change it, make it like a little bit smaller. You can change the size in here. Let's do 80%, and I can hit done. And then I can move this around. I can also change the color on here, so I'm going to make it a pretty, let's make it like a brighter color. Okay, let's just do a purple. And then I can move that down because it's getting cut off a little tiny bit. It takes a little bit of patience. Okay, so that's where like the Mac thing would go, because when she typed it in, she was typing in numerous lines. On here, you can't type in like a return and go back and type it in. I have to kind of do each one individually. So now I have to do text again. Okay, and then I kind of, again, I'm going to go in, I'm going to do the font, I'm going to pick the one I like. I'm going to make it size, I'm going to say 80. Do the color. I could do, let's see, what color did I pick? I picked that purple color. And then I'm going to do one more time. Okay, so I am done with my label. I'm going to send that to printer. I'm going to do it one time. Here I go. I'm going to put this on here. Again, I want it to go where the light's going to shine. So I picked, move that light to where it's shining to the corner up here. I hit this. Okay, showing it, and there we go. And here I have my label. my return address. And I can save this. So say I was sending out correspondence, a lot of correspondence, or if you're doing invitations and you wanted to make an invitation, or so I want to save this. All right, I hit save right here. I can hit saving and it's saving it for me. And that way I can go back into that and anytime I want to print, and I can save it as address, right? I'll just save it as address. I'm hitting save it as address. And when I want to go back in there, anytime I want to print that label, that's not my real address, so I'm not going to do that again. But I could go back in there and do that. So that's kind of cool. All right, so let me show you how to put a picture in. Hit create, click this, tools, right here. I'm going to go in here, photo library. So here it is from my photo library. Let's find a picture of something fun. Okay, so here's my dog, Jake. He's a cutie. So I'm going to put Jake in. I'm going to say use. Okay. So it's going to pop him in there. Or not. Okay. So here he is. I can move him around. Oh, I don't want to do that. I just want to move this. Say I want to move this over here. And then I want to use my tools. And I'm going to put some text in here. I'm going to write his name. I'm going to write Jake. Okay. Done. I can click this and I can go to font and I can change my font to something different. Do that. I can change my font color to that. Alright. I can hit print. I can make this repeatable. Let's do it 3 times. Sending it to printer. Okay. And now I'm going to print on a piece of paper. Let's print on this envelope. I'll print on the back side of this envelope. I'll put this in here. Press the button. And there are my 3 pictures. Now, a lot of people, you can make ribbon like this. You could do a ribbon. I just didn't feel like doing the ribbon again. But here you go. Like, you can put a picture in, customize it. That's awesome. To me, this is like so cool. Alright, so one other thing that I want to show you guys today is that it will print on wood. Like, it prints on almost any surface you can think of. I printed this on... it'll print on almost any single surface. I did try doing it on acetate and it was kind of wet. I'm not going to say it won't ever dry, but it didn't dry fast enough for me. I was a little impatient. It was stayed wet for a couple minutes. I just picked something random, one of the templates, just to show you that it prints on wood. So I press this button and you just kind of go over it and you can see. Okay, so this was actually too long for my piece of wood, but you can see that it printed on the wood, and it comes out pretty nice. I wish I would have had some popsicle sticks to show you guys, but I don't know where they are. So, but it did show you how great it does print on wood. So if you wanted to kind of just make like your own patterns, you could just, and you don't need that guide. Here, I'll show you. You don't need the guide. Okay, so I could just keep rolling it. So you could almost make, I mean, you can make your own cards, you can embellish a card. I mean, I think there's a lot of things you can do with this. You can make your own kind of pattern paper. It's just so easy. I think that there's a lot of uses. I feel like I will use this especially to make out like a quick card or something, rather than getting out stamps. If you really want to make a card super fast, you can design a quick card for something that you need. I definitely think I'll probably, like I said, use it for the envelopes when I do stuff on vellum, adding embellishments and stuff to papers. I mean, you can kind of get your own images and print those out. I showed you how you can take your own images. You can probably find stuff off the internet, you know, find things, images, and print them out, even if you're like doing junk journaling or, you know, journaling to print it onto the paper. I think it's great to add. It's definitely a cool tool. So if you want me to go over any other projects or have any questions, let me know. Leave it in the comments below. I may do like another video if I find some more cool things to do with it as I play with it some more. Anyways, Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great night. Thanks so much.